we fight in battles every day. Okay, I kind of studied this, and I was found that like majority of people who die have regrets.
Yeah.
Before they go, I wish I'd done this, I should have done this. And I thought, you know what, that's not a life I want to have.
Yeah.
Before I die, I want to go, wow. Right? And I don't want to, being a man, I should protect my family. I should protect my siblings. I should protect my mom. So I've got to have some fight within me. Okay? Now, having said that, 75% of my followers are women. Yes? It's fortunate and unfortunate. I think women they'd have a greater desire to change. They want to do well because majority of us are born in a white man's world, right? Yeah. But the sad thing is a lot of my followers want to stay female, but the male figures in their lives have been so weak that they are wearing the trousers and the skirt, you know? And that what breaks my heart. And I thought, you know what, if I can make people fight their battles like their life depended on it, and you couldn't lose. When you go for that interview, when you go for that relationship, you gave it your best shot. And you felt, if I don't, I'll lose. Then we'll all succeed in life a lot more. So it's not like Gladiator, sword, kill. It's more like, before you go on an appointment, practice how it's going to go. If they're going to attack you, how are you going to defend? If they're going to defend, how are you going to attack? How are you going to move with them? What weapons do they have? What's their strategy? What's their needs? What's their headaches? You can fix. What do the audience want? How can you serve them, right? If you have those practiced and rehearsed, surely you do better when you go into that appointment, stroke battle. But the problem is that most people now, for the first time in humanity, are comfortable. Over 100 years ago, we had to go and work on the farm or kill animals or pick berries or something, right? Yeah. But now we can sit, watch bag of chips, hot dog, watch TV and press the remote control and everybody will deliver your food for you. You know, it's for the first time humanity doesn't know how to cope with abundance.
It's exactly where I wanted to go. Yeah. So how do we?
Maybe you send me that message.
So we stopped talking with voice. That would be an interesting one. The first time podcast silent. Let's let people get the message as it's energy, right?
Exactly, it is really energy.
Interesting. Yeah. Maybe we are silent for a bit.
It's like a silent disco, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. No, but that's, I need to think about that. Maybe I invite you back for that one.
I'm in.
Or we do it at the end. Yeah.
Maybe a first.
Yeah, another first, exactly. But with regards to comfort or being uncomfortable, how do we do that today when we know, I guess most of us know, actually, I'm not really at risk right now, right? So how do we bring that mindset in of, hey, this is now really, let me do this like life depended on it?
I think if you close your eyes and think, if I was doing exactly, I did this exercise 15 years ago to a group of business owners. And I said, close your eyes. And if you continue what you're doing now in 10 years, because there are moments in life that you never forget. Do you remember when Princess Diana had a crash and she died? Or a lot of...
I remember that she did, but...
you're too young to remember. But there are moments that you never forget.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And it goes in a blink of an eye. And you look back and think, oh, that was 20 years ago. That was 30 years ago. That was gone so quick. In a blinking of an eye, it'd be 10 years or 20 years from now.
Yeah.
So if you're doing what you're doing and nothing changes and 10 years or 20 years goes by, would you be happy? That's the question I ask. And if they say no, I send them in a very dark place. And I think, right, okay, that's where you're going to be. You can avoid that today by making small changes and small maneuvers. And what would that be? If this time, 6 months, you want to have this, what do you have to do every month, every week, every day, every hour? And then put a plan in place and write a contract, sign it, contract yourself to taking those actions. It's
basically create many firsts, right, in a row.
Correct. The thing is, when you create a first, you're stepping outside your comfort zone, right? I had this mind valley. I said, when you're outside your comfort zone, you're discovering something new about yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Why should you be scared of that person?
Yeah, true.
Right? Because at the end of the day, it's you, same values, same everything, just a new adventure.
Yeah, I think sometimes it is what we believe or worry about that what others might see us as when we step into first times, because we are obviously then beginners, right? And others may see that, and we may not be seen as the person we would like to be.
Who gives a shit about what other people
Exactly.
think? Really?
In the end, but that's,
if you ask your family, they tell you what you want to hear because they want to hurt your feelings. If you ask people who don't know you, 80% of them don't give a shit anyway. And 20% of them want to fail, so it makes them feel good about themselves. So really, you're only just, what I say is look in the mirror, be happy with the person who looks back at you, and that's all that matters.
Do you practice that?
Yes, yes. There's never a morning I wake up and I go, I'm a good human being. I want to serve as many people as possible. I want to work as hard as I can. I want to live in gratitude. And if I upset people, let it be, because it's not intentional.
Yeah.
I could walk into a room and 3 people in the past used to bother me. 3, 4 people may not like me, but it's okay, because it's not about me. It's about them. It's about they've had bad experience. They don't know me, right? So why should I dance around and ruin my day because those 3 people who don't know me and I don't know don't like me? And it makes no difference. It makes 0 difference to my life.
Yeah.
It should.
True. Yeah.
Too often I was love buying. Too often I cared about people's opinions, but really it doesn't matter.